Hey guys, what's going on? Everybody's posting an EDC video, so I decided to post an EDC video. Probably not what you think it's going to be. Because right now, I'm going to give you every single EDC video you've ever seen in 30 seconds. Ready? Clock it. Hey guys, it's me. I'm going to show you my EDC stuff. I have a gun. Sometimes I carry an extra bag. I have a knife. Sometimes I carry some medical gear with me. Hey look, I have a tourniquet. Wallets, keys, watches. That's it. That's my EDC. Alright, 30 seconds is done. It's probably less than that actually. But anyway. Again, that's not what this video is about. This video is about the 3 things you actually carry with you every single day that matter more than these things. Alright, you ready? I'm going to blow your mind. 3 things. First thing you carry around with you every day is your body. Second thing you carry around with you every day is your mind. The third thing you carry around with you every day is your spirit. Not supernatural spirit, but we'll get to it. Alright, first thing you carry around is your body. How fit are you? I'll wait. Because you really need to think about this. You think you're fit, but are you actually fit? I weigh 180 pounds. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm really not that fit. My cardio is crap. So how fit do you think you are? Can you walk up a flight of stairs without getting winded? Can you run a mile? I mean, can you pick up, well, I don't know. I don't have kids. But can you play with your kids without having to take a break? Like, can you outrun them? If you can't, then you're probably not all that fit in terms of cardio. How strong are you? Can you squat at least your body weight? I can do that. I can squat my body weight. I can actually squat over my body weight. Can you bench press your body weight? I can't do that yet. I think I'm up to like 155 or 165 right now. I can't do that. Can you deadlift twice your body weight? I think I can deadlift about 80 pounds more than I weigh. I can deadlift about 260, 265-ish, something like that. So in the grand scheme of things, like, I'm not all that fit, but I'm healthy. I can do all the things that I need to do in my life without feeling like I have to take a break every 30 seconds. I can do the things that my wife actually likes to trail run. Like, that's what she does. I can't run that far. I wish I could, so I could run with her, but I can't run that far. She likes to trail run. On the weekends, we like to hike. Now, when we hike, it's like 4.5, 5 miles. Sometimes there was one day we did like 12.5. That was terrible. But anyway, if you know anything about northern Alabama, it's all hills. It's not flat. It's all freaking hills. So it's like 4.5 miles uphill. That is not easy. That is very, very difficult. Do you think you could do that? No? Okay. Anyway, you need to take care of your health. You need to take care of your body. Because you can legitimately carry around you can legit carry one of these things around with you every single day for the rest of your life, and not one of these. Okay, track with me here for a second. You can carry around your AR or your AK or your Mossberg 870, your, you know, freaking whatever, Benelli 5000 Galacta Supernova, or whatever the fuck it's called, every single day. But what good is that going to do you if you're in the hospital because you're sick? Or you're laid out, you're laid out in your bed at home because you got hurt. You're no good to anybody, including yourself, if you're hurt or you're sick all the time. This is why I have a big emphasis on health. Besides my own personal life journey, a lot of you know that I was 305 at my highest weight, and at my lowest weight I was like 155-ish. I sit at like 180 right now. It was a struggle. It came down to exercise and diet, like making sure that I balanced the two, and making sure I didn't eat like garbage. Anyway, I can ramble on about that forever, and I can wax philosophical about food and health and all that good stuff. But I mean, back on track. Like, you can carry around all of these things, but if you're sick, injured, you know, all the other stuff, what they call preventable, you're no good to anybody. Anyway, 2, you carry around your mind with you every day. Diet and exercise, ensuring a fit body, and eating right, keep your mind sharp. Because this one's going to be quick, simple, and to the point. You carry around this. You carry around this. You get trained to do these things. I actually haven't taken a rifle class yet, but I've taken a pistol class at TAC Response. You can read, because I actually do, you can read all of these books. This is Paul Markle's book. Paul G. Markle from Student of the Gun, Patriot Fire Team, Faith in the Patriot. But you can read all of these books, and you can say, man, I am so ready for when shit hits the fan. I'm going to be ready to go. I'm going to get out my Wonder Blaster 9000, and I'm going to take out the terrorists or all the Antifa people whenever they decide to burn down my place of business or my downtown area or whatever. If you don't eat right and you're not healthy and you don't have a sharp mind, chances are you're going to get caught off guard, and when the police ask you, did you see what he looked like? You're going to be, I didn't see it coming. Don't be that guy. 3rd thing you carry around with you is your spirit. These are all the philosophical things, the spiritual things, all of the metaphysical things, things like hopes, dreams, aspirations. We all have them. If you don't, then I don't know if you're human or not, because what reason is there for you to even exist at this point? If you feel like you don't have anything to keep moving you forward. I have a lot of things that I have to keep moving me forward. My wife, for one. I have a really long story, which I'm not getting into. There are very few people who know that story about me, but she quite literally saved my life. This is like the 6th time I've tried to make this video. I always have to stop here for a second, because that was a real dark time, and she brought me out of that dark time. Anyway, I'll try to keep moving on here. I carry these things. I do, and I train to use these things, and these things, and these things. This is actually, it's a zipper, my pouch. It's actually got medical in it. It's another use for a zippered knife pouch. Anyway, I own these things. I train to use these things because at the end of the day, I have someone to come home to. I have somebody else in this world who needs me as much as I need them. And honestly, if you would have asked me 10 years ago, it would have been sooner or later, or, you know, if ever. Long story short, I love my wife to death. Quite literally would take a bullet for her, quite literally would take a life for her. Anyway. I have a lot of friends. Damn. I have a lot of friends who own businesses, small businesses, rather large, multi-million-dollar. Wow. Multi-million-dollar businesses, like small ones that do a couple thousand to millions a year. And the allure of being my own boss has always been there for me. It's always been a spark for me. I'm a lot smarter intellectually than I am entrepreneurial. I'm terrible at coming up with business ideas, but I could run a business if I needed to. That's just the nature of 4 years of restaurant management school. But anyway, so I decided that I kind of wanted to do that at some point in my life. For the last 8 years, currently I don't work anywhere. I'm using this time, like kind of like intermediate time, I guess, interstitial time, to pursue passions, and I keep looking away from the camera. Pursue passions. Try and work on doing a business, starting one, a small one, because all businesses take time and they take effort, and I'm already stretched. Like, even though I don't have a job, I'm still pretty stretched out in what I'm doing, because between because my wife is the one that works right now. We moved to Birmingham for her, so I'm kind of the housewife right now. Between trying to be the housewife, the handyman, the personal chef, trying to start my own business, trying to keep up with all these other things, trying to get ready for school, trying to study for different stuff. It's been kind of a stretch for me, but I always find the time to do these things. If you're going to the SOE party, I'm trying my best right now to have a product to sell there. This is 2017, so July 15th, 2017, because the internet is eternal, so someone's going to watch this video in like 2030 and be like, oh my god, the SOE party, what's it going to have? This is 2017, so if it's later than this, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, June 15th, 2017, I'm going to try to have a product ready to sell. I have to start small because I don't have any investors. This is just coming straight from my startup capital to do this. So if you're into that sort of thing, I'll be there. It'll be there. So that's kind of one of my dreams, is to own a business regardless of how small it is. So I've always wanted to be my own boss in that respect. For the last 8 years, I worked for a corporate restaurant, which stifled my creativity, because if you know anything about corporate, they don't let you do anything that they don't want you to do. Like, even though it's a restaurant, I didn't have any creative license to do anything. All the recipes were the recipes, and you had to follow the recipes and stuff. I didn't really have a lot of time or funds to be creative at home. In that 8-year period, my passion for cooking kind of died, like, completely, and I didn't even want to cook at home. We moved here. I haven't had to work, and I've been able to actually cook things that I want to cook, and I've actually been able to explore flavors that I wanted to explore. My passion is, I want to say, about 85 to 90% right now. It's not back to where it was before, but it sure as hell is a lot better than it was, and my wife gets to reap the rewards of that. I like to study things. There's a book out there, in case any of you are wondering why I know so much about stuff. First off, I've got a lot of experience. Through the 14 years, 13 years of culinary experience that I have, I've met a lot of people who have done a lot of things in a lot of places. So I've gotten to learn from these guys a lot. But their ability to teach was directly related to my ability to learn. And I wasn't really open back then. I'm a lot more open now. But anyway, a lot of people want to know my secret to how I know as much as I know. It might surprise you. This book right here, if you have any serious interest in cooking, you need to have this. It's not a traditional cookbook. It goes through ingredients and food science, basically. I love food. I love science. I like food, so this is perfect for me. You have to look it up. You have to read it. It's a long book. It's like 1,000-something pages. Well, 800. This just says it's 818, but it's still got like a whole index. Anyway, on food and cooking, Harold McGee. Buy it. But this is where my passions come from. I like science. I like learning about science. I like to experiment, and I like some people make knives. My dude because I happen to have it. My dude at Jason Burnett at beforegear.net, he makes holsters. John Walls at SOE Tactical Gear, he makes, this is a zippered knife pouch. It has my pens in it and stuff. Like, I have bookmarks because I read a lot, and then I have pens and stuff. John Willis makes bags, packs, micro rigs, pouches. That's his outlet. My dude Dex Bruner at Cantu Bruner Designs makes pens. Damn, I have a lot of friends, don't I? But he makes pens. He does these things. For some reason, it doesn't want to focus. But he does these things. I'll post. You guys don't have to remember any of these. Anything that I show you, that I tell you who made it, and I give you a web address, I'll put it in the description. But that's their outlet. John does nylon tactical gear full-time. As far as I'm aware, Dax does pens full-time. I know Jason Burnett doesn't do these full time, but he still makes a good product. But that's their outlet. That's how they express their creativity. For me, my creativity comes from food. Some people are visual, like they like to see pretty things. I like to build and craft and experiment with food, and I like to make tasty things. My canvas is the plate. My paintbrushes are my knives, my whisks, my spatulas, my pots, my pans. And my paint is my ingredients, my food. The difference between other art forms and culinary art forms is I can keep this forever. I can keep stuff like this, you know, stuff like this forever. With food, you get to experience that thing once. Never again will it be exactly the same. Because with food, how it looks, how it smells, how it tastes, all matter. How cold the room is, who you're with, what you're drinking with the food, what the plate looks like, what the music that's playing. All of these things matter in a holistic experience that you only get to have once. And it makes it a little harder, but if everything lines up, the greatest compliment you can pay any chef is to say, I love the food, man. Like, it was perfect. Everything was great. Everybody loves to hear that. From your mother, who cooks your favorite meal, to your wife, who's trying real hard, to your friend who's just, you're just having like a grill out. Like, that's what they want to hear. That's what I like to hear. But I'm not perfect. I'm not a Gordon Ramsay with 26 Michelin stars to my name. I'm not a Bobby Flay who has 1,000 franchises. I'm not this. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy who's been cooking for a long time. I might know a little more than you because I've been doing this for a while and I actually have been studying and trying to improve over time. But I'm just another guy. If I can do it, you can do it. You just have to feel the same way about it that I do. Anyway, so those are the 3 things that I carry with me every single day. From the time I wake up in the morning to the time I go to bed at night. Yeah, I carry guns, I carry knives, I carry, this happens to be a single mag pouch with a cat tourniquet in it. There we go, cat tourniquet. But I carry these things with me every day. These are just tools, like a hammer, or a screwdriver, or a drill, or a circular saw. These are just tools that help me keep going. They make sure they help with the prolonging of my life. If a day like that ever comes. I pray to God nobody ever has to experience it. I don't want to have to experience it, but I'm ready for it if I need it. But you do have the other 3 that I talked about to consider. Your body, your mind, and your spirit. These things are just as important, if not more important, than the tools you carry around with you. And with that, I'm going to leave you guys to consider what I talked about. I don't know who watches these videos unless you actually post in the comments, because I actually know where the comments are now in the YouTube videos. I can point to them in the comments below. I don't know who watches these videos. I don't know what you get out of them. I don't know what I need to change. I don't know what I need to improve. I don't know what you guys want to talk about. So I'm kind of just doing these off the cuff. So help me out and post something. Like, hey, you suck. I don't care. Hey, you're great. Like, I like these types of videos. Keep up with these types of videos. Stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff I want to hear. Anyway, this video is running kind of long. It's running, right now it says it's running 26 minutes. I don't really like to run this long. I kind of rambled a little bit. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Go out there. Be cool. And I will see you later.